Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sonara Artiste. Thank you for joining in. Today's tutorial will be me doing a full set on these tiny little baby hands and bitten nails. This isn't a baby, but you know, this is what you will have to deal with sometimes. Sometimes your clients' hands will be smaller than others and they'll have smaller nail beds. Sometimes you might get a nail biter. Now, she isn't a severe nail biter, but she does bite her nails. But that's okay. As a nail tech, you should be able to, or nail artist, whatever you like to call yourself, you should be able to work with all walks of nails, which is any type of nails, all type of fingernails you should be able to master. So it's good to work on different hands. So the first thing you will need to do is your nail prep. Start with getting the cuticle pusher and pushing back those cuticles gently but thoroughly, as you can see me doing here. Everything is really repetitive in my videos. So a lot of the time, you know, when you watch, you already should be able to guesstimate what I'm going to do next as far as prepping goes. Yeah, and pushing the cuticles back is very serious. It's very important. You don't want to skip any steps or any of these little tips or tricks that I want to give you guys, because if you don't push the cuticle back, that skin is going to be left on that nail bed, and that will cause you lifting, and your client will not be very happy with you. But also, when you're pushing back the cuticles, don't overthink it. Just go in gently and just make sure you're doing a good job. It shouldn't take that long to push the cuticles back. It's not a math test, so just relax and just get it done. With light to no pressure, I'm just going in and blending in that tip with the natural nail. So nothing too crazy. Okay, so now is a great time to define your shape. So taking a 100 grit nail file by Iridesi, I'm just going to go in and file them sidewalls and just get everything to my desired liking and pretty much to her desired liking before I go ahead and start my acrylic application. You don't have to be too perfect with this because remember when you're done applying your acrylic, your shape does go away. Not by a lot, but you can definitely tell. So you have to go back and redefine it anyways. But you just want to shape them to get a good outline. That's all you really want to do. We were discussing things that she wanted. I pulled out some glow powder, but she didn't want any glow powder this time. So we decided not to. She wanted to see it though. So yeah, back to the filing. You just want to repeat the same process with all your nails. I'm just bringing it in down towards the free edge at a little bit of an angle, but not too much, like maybe 45 degrees, slight angle. Just to however I want my nails, that's the way I'm shaping. And I'm protecting that skin of hers with my thumb and my pointer finger or index finger, whatever you want to call it. Just when I pinch it, I'm pulling it back to protect it because you can cut your client with a file. It's been done. I've done it. I've done it to myself. So yeah, these files are sharp. You can cut into some skin easily. So you want to protect their skin and then vertically go down and file their free edge, or some people like to do it horizontally. It's totally up to you and wherever you prefer. And just repeat the process for all 10 fingers. After you remove all that dust, you want to go in with your dehydrators and primers. Dehydrator is optional, but I like to use it, so I'm going to be using the Dehydrator by Mia Secret, and placing it over the natural nail bed. And then I'm going to go in with my Young Nails Protein Bond Primer. And only protein, well, not protein bond, but any primer only goes on a natural nail. Don't worry about putting it on the fake nail tips because it's only used as an adhesion for natural nail and like acrylic, to help it adhere because that's not natural. So keep that in mind before you begin to waste your products, you don't want to do that. So keep it on a natural nail bed. And now you are all prepped and ready for your application, girl. So this is us dumping out glitters. She thought she wanted to do some glitter, and I was going to custom her glitter, but she totally changed her mind. So we end up just picking out some silver mylar flakes to encapsulate, and that was for her accent nail. She just wanted a soft accent nail. She didn't want to do too much, so we were no longer doing like a full encapsulated set. We were only doing one, like a few clear nails, and everything else was going to be solid nude. So that's what ended up happening here. And she also decided to go with a cover rose, I think, or a cover pink for her nude nails, and that was by Mia Secret. So this whole set is going to be done by Mia Secret. So start by burping that brush, and you want to go in with your first bead on the nail where it meets the natural nail and the nail tip. I like to place it there because I feel like it'll be more structured and more secure as I go through the process. And I just follow the pat and stroke swipe rule. I always gently place my bead, let it go, and bring it down, but I always do it gently, and I always clean up. When you see me wiping either the side walls or around like her skin, like her cuticle area, that's me doing my clean up. And when I swipe the side walls, that's me trying to keep my shape intact. So I placed the bead at the end of the tip because I didn't feel like it was thick enough. And you can do that. Just place product wherever you feel like you need it. And always like turn the nail to different sides so you can see where you need product at. Don't worry about how much you use, and it don't matter. And here I'm just going with a thin layer like to make it like glue-like so I can stick these little more light flecks on. And then I'm just going to keep that pushing and let it dry and just repeat the process on number, throughout the nails. The same thing I did to number 1, I'm going to do to the rest of them. So just repeat the process when it comes down to your application. You can do a 3-bead method. You can do a 4-bead method. You can do a 1-ball method. Whatever you feel comfortable doing, just make sure you build that apex and that your application is smooth. Yeah, true, you're going to file it at the end, but you don't want to be spending all day filing. So keep that in mind. And once again, you see me placing that bead right there at the tip where it meets the nail and gently patting it down. Sometimes I even let gravity pull and help me along, and then I'll swipe it down, everything in a gentle way. You don't want to be too aggressive with this because you can wipe off your product. And if you're using Mia's Secret, and you already know Mia's Secret is already runny anyway, so you want to be very light-handed with these swipes that you're doing in strokes. And that bead right there is building her apex, the one closer to the cuticle. So her apex is being built. The apex, in short, strength, is a strength builder for the nails, so your nails won't easily break. And it gives a good structure, good formation. And I'm just looking if I needed a bead, which you saw me place one at the end and brush it up. And now when you see me doing like swiping the nail, I'm just making sure everything is blended all together and very smooth. I hate to do a lot of filing at the end, so yeah. And these are like my techniques, and everything is really repetitive. Always don't forget to clean that sidewall. Swipe that sidewall, y'all. Don't forget to build your apex, and don't forget to twist and turn your nails so you can see where you need product at. You'll never know where you need product at by looking at it at the top view. You want to like always check it from the side. So when you see like the nail moving around, me moving the nail, like you see this and stuff, like you see the nail moving, I'm looking at this nail. Okay? So everything gentle, and always clean up your messes. So before I moved on to the next hand, I just felt like capping this hand before I moved on. So I'm just using the Mia Secret Natural Pink. It's like a pinkish clear. It's real translucent. You really don't see it ever. And I'm just using that as a layer of protection, so when I go to file, I won't file away any of my cover acrylic. So same process, just a thin one. But with this one, since I'm encapsulating like items, I'm working a little thicker. So I'm placing the acrylic a little thicker too, because mind you, I only put that thin layer of acrylic. So I need to build structure. So I'm building structure while capping. And I am working runny. Even though Media Secret is already runny, I'm working runny to make sure all my pieces are encapsulated and not sticking out. Because if they are sticking out, you will have to file them, and then they'll be looking kind of crazy because you're filing out your pieces. And then if they're hanging off the sides, you know, you can get your nail lifting. So it's just things like that you want to be aware of, and always clean up. And I clean up because you can actually have acrylic stuck to the skin, because mind you, we like to get close to the cuticle, but we don't want to have product on the cuticles. So when you cleaning up that area with your brush, you are like swiping away any acrylic that might have adhered to the skin. You don't want to have any lifting, and that is a major factor. So keep that in mind. And even though at the end we do go in with the e-file around that area just to secure it more and seal it in, you still want to take these steps. Don't skip steps, y'all. It's very important to just, you know, keep the process going. Don't be trying to take like hella shortcuts. Okay, sis, we done pushed through. We are nearing the final end. So now we just go back in with our Iridesi file and redefine our shape, because that acrylic took some of it away, and we just want our nails nice and crisp and cute for our client. So we just want to go back in there and bring it back. So you just repeating the process you did when you were trying to define the shape, and now you're just redefining the shape. And I have like a little, like it had like a piece of little acrylic right there. It wasn't much, but you don't want to leave that on their skin either. So that's what you see me picking at. And I'm just bringing the shape back, and you're going to repeat this process for all 10 fingers and go in with the E-file. As I'm getting ready to get my drill bits out, I asked my client was she happy with her shape, and she is. She loves it. As you can see, they're already cute. So going in with a fine drill bit, and this is my favorite part. If you know me, you know I love doing this part. I'm going around her cuticle, and I'm just filing until I can see her natural nail, her cuticle, and her acrylic. So everything must separate. So you want to just file until you see that natural nail peeking through. You don't need to make no wide gap. You just want to see in between that gap the natural nail. That's all you want to do. And just cleaning up around that area, and you want to like get underneath the nail and get anything that might be stuck down there. Sometimes it's like a little tip like plastic from you filing. And I also use my belly of my drill bit to contour the shape, like, or take down any like excess bulk. Like if I made like her apex a little too high for my liking, I will just contour it with the belly of my bit. And you want to use the belly of your bit to smooth it out as well. Now if you feel like a fine bit is not coarse enough for you, like you need to take down way more bulk, and as a beginner you might need to take down way more bulk, you can definitely get you a coarser bit. They come in fine, medium, coarse, extra coarse, so whatever you need to do. But I know around that cuticle area, I need to use something fine because I do not want to nick my client. It's easy to cut your clients, and the fine one is more safer than anything else, I think. And that's just my opinion. And I just repeat the same process throughout all the fingers, guys. Alright, and finally go in with your buff and black and remove them scratches from the surface. Very important step as well, especially when you have clear nails. You want to get every scratch from the e-file or your hand file off of the nail bed, off these pretty acrylics, because once you lay that top coat, it's just gonna be terrible. And you're gonna wonder why it looks so cloudy and just so scratched up. It's because you didn't buff. And I know some nail techs feel like it ain't that serious, like, you know, but it is, especially if you're doing something like a glass nail too. And even like you doing gel polishes, like I feel like when your surface isn't buffed, it's going to be a little rough. And this just smooths it out even more. And she just talking to me, telling me how much she loves her nails. And that just makes me so happy. I just love, love, love when my clients are happy. So I'm done with all the dusty stuff. So I'm just going to dust her off. And my vent was not on. It honestly wasn't even plugged in. So it's extra dusty. So I'm just going in with an alcohol pad and just cleansing her up. So that way when I top coat her, you know, none of these debris will be in the polish and on her surface of her nails. So you want to just be extra care. Like take extra care in your work. I try to always do my best. So yeah, and it's optional if you want your clients to get up from your desk and wash their hands. Sometimes you could just use some alcohol pads and it's a-okay. And some people don't even use alcohol pads. They'll just dust you off and start. It's really up to you. But y'all, I am loving her freaking nails already, and I ain't even top coat them yet. Just the shape itself is just so freaking cute. Like, she make me want to do a soak off and do my nails, but I don't never have that much time. So, like, if I got some nails, I got some nails for a while or something. Or sometimes I don't even have no nails, but most of the time I try to. So, I'm just going in with a thin layer of IBD Intense Seal Gel top coat. This is a no cleanse top coat. I did find it on Amazon. So, like I said, I try to find things on there that I can use in my videos so I can tell you guys like a one-stop shop, basically. IBD Intense Seal is a thicker gel polish, like severely thicker. So you want to make sure that you are applying it thin as you can. That's why you keep seeing me go over it, because this shit, I don't care about my language, is thick, y'all. So keep that in mind. And I do be trying to like swipe the sides a little bit when it comes to gel polish, because I know that polish can dull out your shape as well. And after we didn't work so hard on that shape, we do not want them problems. So just try to do it as neatly as possible is all I can recommend. And we are at the end of the video. All I'm going to do is just apply one more layer of gel polish on each set of hands. And I'm going to top her off with some cuticle oil and send her on her way. Thank you guys for watching my video. I really, really do appreciate it. Like, I'm a newer YouTuber. And I just want to share my knowledge on nails. And I also just want to bring you guys some bomb nails that maybe you can use as inspiration, or, you know, do something different or remake them. It's totally up to you. But I'm just joining the community. And yeah, I love YouTube and I love doing nails. So if you like these nails and you want to see more and you have a question, please feel free to answer. To ask me, because I know that one of my subscribers, and I don't have many even though I would like to, she asked me how I got my nails to stay on so long. So I had made a video about that too. So thank you guys for watching once again. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.